See, I think one of the reasons why all the little Satanist pieces of shit hated me is because, see, I thought they were like me and knew I was mocking Satanists and I mocked the devil. And see, I didn't know they were actually Satanists. I thought they knew Satanists were fucking retarded and stupid pieces of worthless shit, right? I was wrong. They were Satanists. I still don't regret nothing. Jesus taught me to have no fear from these assholes. I figured out another, you know how I figured out God's national treasures, right? Because God speak to us like he did with Nicolas Cage, and I got what he meant by we're gonna feast when we get to heaven. But all these fat fucks be like, there's gonna be food up there we ain't never seen. Bro, we gonna feast on each other's memories, bro. We gonna catch up. We gonna learn our stories, right? Fully. And then all the people that helped answer our prayers and who God led to help us along the way, we get to learn their stories, bro. And we just keep going and growing, and it just keep going on forever because God has done so much. It just keep going on and on and on and on and on and onion, 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 onion. See, these assholes be gluttony and they be like, yeah, we gonna get a lot of food and just eat and poop when we get to heaven. No, bro, we gonna learn about each other, right? All the ones who helped us, all the other people who followed God and helped answer our prayers, right? When we were obedient, God was calling other people to watch, and when they were obedient, they saw and they connected to us. And then God was like, look, there's two of them. There's one of my people watching my other people, but they both don't know. But when they get to heaven, we all gonna find out, but we get to feast on their memories. Oh, yeah. I don't know, it's like the weirdest thing, because I know, like, back in the day, like, when I was getting high all the time, and right before I ended up leaving my ex, I got this Elon Musk is a piece of shit t-shirt. But it's like, even though I was saying it and I'm like, yeah, like my heart was telling me like, I'm being fake. This isn't me. Justin, what the hell is you doing? I don't know, life's weird, y'all. Be good. See, something else I realized in this life is sometimes when you get angry at something, that's proof that something means something to you, right? And sometimes when you get angry, it's because you actually love that person, right? Sometimes, right? That's why you always got to watch people and talk to God, because God knows where his children are. God gonna tell you exactly who follows Jesus, right? And everybody he tell you to stay away from, that's children of the devil, bro. Don't mess with them. They gonna drag you to hell. All right, let's go. Be boo boo boo. I don't know if I ever had a dad, I'd be like, hey, maybe we should go find some pyramids or something and make people get free Wi-Fi or some shit. I don't know. I want to go exploring like Egypt. I don't know why, but I've always been interested in like hieroglyphics and anything I see that's like from Egypt, right? But I don't like summon demons and shit. That's retarded, right? But like, I don't know. I'm just interested to find out more about that place because it's like something draws me to it, and I'm not. Like, I was born in America, right? But there's always something about Egypt, because I remember back in the day, right? Like in school, I liked learning about it, and I used to have this game that was like, you know, education, and I kept playing it, and it was like you was in Egypt going around doing, I don't even remember, but it was like fun, because you got to learn about Egypt and stuff, and see different things, and you got to educate yourself. I know I'm playing like education games, like, who the hell enjoys playing games that educate you? I got witchcraft. See, another reason why I'm glad I ended up being raised the way I was, right? Because I ended up learning what I needed to, right? Like, because I had a problem where I pitied people and I started trying to stand up for them. And, oh no, they can't fend for themselves. And I wore their guilt and shame and I was in a horrible place. But like, Jesus set me free of that, like, because that's the devil. Again, he make you wear his guilt and shame because he makes you pity him, right? He makes you feel sorry for him, sympathy for the devil, you know? Hi, it's nice to meet you. Don't you get my name? Anyway, but like, I always felt sorry for these people, and I realized that's what made me react. Like, they keep making you pity them to manipulate you, and I'm just like, fuck, but it's like I want to help people, right? But I had to learn like that line of like how to help, right? Like I can't just sit here and do something and I can't just pull everybody out of hell, right? That's not how, like, when you're in the military, see, again, Jesus about to pop his way back up again, but like in the military, you don't just sit here and deadlift people out, like you got to sit there with them and you got to help them to where they can get up and help themselves. You can't just deadlift someone like 10 miles back to safety, right? You got to stay with them and help them recuperate and whatever they need, right? But they got to put in an effort. You can't just lift them and be the hero in your head. That's not how it goes, guys. Because see, we learned that from Jesus, because that's what he does to us, right? Because we're in our own personal hell. He doesn't just, like, what, you can stay there by yourself. I'll just come back and get you when I feel like it. And no, Jesus is right there in them flames with us. Like, bro, I know it sucks. And he relates to us. He says things to make us laugh. And, he's just like helping us take the mind off the pain. And he's doing everything he can, right? So that's why we need to start doing more for ourselves, so we can take pressure off the person who's helping us, so they don't have to sit here and kill themselves when they're trying to help, right? Because you gotta watch people like that, because they'll fucking do that shit to you, bro. They'll sit here and suck you dry for everything you got, and then when you got everything down to your last dime, and they take that little whatever the hell's on that damn dime, I forget, but they take that too. They got the balls to look you in the eye and be like, well, this all you can do for me? You did this for me yesterday. Why can't you do it for me the fucking day? Probably because you're a fucking piece of shit and I'm done. But, like, you gotta watch people, though, because, like, I realized I really had a problem with this, because, like, I truly pitied people, right? And it always caused me to do stupid shit, like, and I fucking hated it, right? But God helped me to realize how to truly help someone, and we are only to help those who can help themselves. Otherwise, we got to cut ties and let shit happen, bro. We can't. Nope. Don't work that way. You see, Jesus teaches us the way, and they try to take Jesus out of the military, but like, dude, I don't want to go against God's military, bro. That's fucking suicide. Satan going to find out, y'all. Anyway, be good. Beep beep. You see, I can relate to the story of Esther. And no, this isn't for you trans people. I don't want to chop my wee off. No. Now, back to what I was saying. Hi. Anyway, back to the story of Esther, which is the main point of this. Not the jokes, y'all. Pay attention. That's for you know who. Anyway. Hi. I'm watching you, boy. Anyway, back to Esther, right? Because I know I've been there. I've done things that I probably shouldn't be doing. But you know what? I promise you, it don't mean shit to how much good in this world you do. And it don't mean shit to how bad you become, right? It's about our walk with our Lord Jesus Christ the Almighty. And He is the reason why we do anything. Why we understand. Why we get His truth. And then wisdom comes from it, right? But to the story of Esther, I know what it's like. And the only thing that helped me in my life wasn't because of anything I did on my own, good or bad. It was because no matter what, I followed God. Even when it was hard. Even when the churches told me I was evil. Even when people put me down and turned their back on me, I still followed God. And see, I didn't always know it was God, because He wanted to test me like a drill sergeant, right? He wanted to be like,